Okay, hi folks, we're back, and this is the beginning of our pie crust right here. So in this bowl we have 2 cups of flour and 1 teaspoon of salt, and we're going to fluff it up a little bit with the whisk. Just kind of fluff it a little bit. This is how you make a perfect pie crust, folks. It's not as hard as it looks. I don't know why I can't do it, but I can't. Okay, so that's fluffed enough. So then next you're going to add 2/3 cup of Crisco, which is right there, but you're going to cut it into your flour mixture. I believe slowly, and we're going to watch how this is done. You're also going to use between 7 and 9 tablespoons of cold water. Accidents always happen in the kitchen. We almost lost our Crisco right there. You know, Crisco has been around for many, many years, and it's got many, many features. Some of you guys might remember that movie, The Help. And I think there was one part where one of the characters said, you know, your husband's got crusty, dry ankles, Crisco. So I wouldn't begin to use Crisco on my husband's ankles because that's what we have lotion for now. But apparently back then, Crisco had, like I said, many different uses. So here comes this. So we did 1/3 cup, and now this is the 2/3, the second third. There we go. So just go ahead and add it to your flour mixture just like that. But now you're going to watch how he's going to cut it into the flour mixture. You don't want to just try to mix it up because it'll get all clumpy. So this is what you do. Pressing it in. I mean, this is going to be the most flaky, flavorful pie crust, something 10 times better than what you'd buy in the store. And it's not packed full of preservatives either. So this is just homemade. Nothing like homemade, the hub says. This is just like the flour we're using too is nothing real special. I think I got it at the co-op. It's just white unbleached flour. I don't even know if it's organic. Probably, since I bought it at the co-op. But anyway, any old flour will work, folks. So see how he has pressed into the flour mixture, flour and salt. He has pressed in all the Crisco. You're trying to get a dough consistency here. So I think I can handle this part, but I can't handle making the actual dough. And you're not really getting a dough consistency yet, but in the end, that's what you're aiming toward, that, so that you can roll it out with a rolling pin.
You want, at this point, pea-sized chunks of flour.
Pea-sized chunks of flour is what we're going for, folks. So as you can see, that's starting to happen in the bowl the more you mix it. I think part of my problem is my arm gets really tired, and sometimes you need a strong man. I've heard that there's a lot of strong men out there that make really good pie crusts. I'm sure there's a lot of strong women that do too. I'm just not one of them. Okay.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. So I think this would be a great time to hop on over here and grab another glass of wine. And you don't get to see me drinking it. Okay. And we'll come back. Okay, Hub says we're ready for our water now. So after a few more...
Move it to the side.
Okay, he's trying to move all the flour to the side. And this is what you're going to do.
1 tablespoon at a time.
1 tablespoon at a time, folks. Don't overdo it.
Cold water.
Measure your cold water. Definitely want to measure when baking. And now he's drizzling it on the side where he moved his flour over to one section of the bowl. Now this is where I generally screw up. He's really good at fluffing. He's a great fluffer. He's full of fluff. No, he's not. He's awesome. So this is where I tend to mess up. I think I get impatient because I try to add too much water and I don't do enough fluffing. You see how you're starting to get those little pebble sizes of your Crisco and flour mixture together, and the water's doing that? That's what you're going for, folks.
Just move them to the side.
And then when you have a good
Repeat.
section like that, he says repeat. So you move that to the side, then you're going to drizzle your water over to the section that doesn't have that consistency just yet, and you start working it in. Back to the fluffing.
It's going to take about 9 tablespoons.
Okay, he says for this size, it's going to take about 9 tablespoons. And again, this was 2 cups of flour and 1 teaspoon of salt. To 2/3.
This is a top and a bottom pie
Oh,
crust.
we must mention this is a top and a bottom, okay? We're going to cut these in half. When it's all done, the dough's all done, we're going to cut it in half so we have a top and a bottom to roll out. Okay, so there you go. So you just continue to do this. So I think he's on tablespoon number 3, right, folks?
3.
Ah, the fork wants over. Okay. So we'll watch another one.
It's
and
not
then
that picky, honestly. Just
we're-
don't overwork it.
Don't overwork it, he says, folks. I think that's always my problem. I tend to overdo everything. Or I don't do enough. You remember that lazy part of me where I'm like, I don't feel like chopping garlic. I just smash it. Yeah, I get too lazy too. So
4.
this is 4. All right, so that's what you're going to do, folks. So after he's finished with this, we're going to come back and we're going to show you what it looks like, what your pie crust needs to look like so you can roll it out. All right, we'll be back.